have a lot of stories.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I hope I have good ones. Oh, yeah, what are you going to ask me?
Well, the first question I would like to ask you is, if you can remember, what's a funny story, a fun story that you remember when you were at the community house?
From way far back.
As far as you want to go.
In both places, we had parties. Spiderwoman Theater did our first show in the building on 38th Street. There was a big room upstairs. So we did our first show of Women in Violence, it was called. And with an audience, and that was great. Very exciting, because it meant a lot. It meant a lot to us. And the reason why we were together, and the reason why we think it's important that we're still together in terms of doing what we want to do, not what the theater tells us to do, doing our own stories, doing our own. And Spider-Woman was one of the first shows ever to be performed by all women, telling our stories.
I have Claire on the phone. And Claire, you won't believe who's here. I feel like this is your life.
Tell me.
Okay.
Is this Claire Liaison?
It sure is.
Boy, you sound so young.
Well, guess what? I feel young. The numbers don't count.
When I was working at the community house when I started in 1970s.
Oh, I know your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That reception desk was really something. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And what
I didn't know.
yeah, that so many crazy things happened there. I know one guy came in the time. He got on his knees and he asked me to marry him. And I had just had. Yeah. They called him Whiskey Man. He had one of those. And he got on his knees, and I was so sad because I had just divorced my husband. And he looked at me, and I said to myself, of all the people in the world, I had a man who was a whiskey man comes and asks me to marry him again, and I started to cry. It was crazy.
Even the people that used to call the community house, and they'd say, well, I want to come there because I want to marry an Indian woman.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
You know what I tell people? Stand in line. They've been after us.
I cried.
beginning.
I'm sorry. I cried. It was so sad.
Norma Kennedy was married to my cousin, and she ran the employment and training program, and she was always after me to come to the community house. I said, no, I don't go to Manhattan. I don't cross the bridge. But let me tell you, once I crossed that bridge, that was it. I was sold.
As I traveled across the world and the United States, and I told them I was from New York, they said, I was told that that's the most functioning community, native community in the country. So that meant so much, and every day so many people came with problems, or just to be social, or just to meet other people, and it helped me a lot. I know it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, I always remembered everyone being very welcome then.
Okay.
Came in, everyone greeted you, and everyone that worked there while I was working there was just so sweet. Rosemary, of course, always had such a big heart and was very welcoming to anybody who came off the street there. And it was whatever you needed, everyone just came and helped, and Claire was such a sweetheart as well. And Anna as well, Rosemary's secretary at the time. Everyone was just made you feel like you're at home. It was so nice seeing, like, even you guys coming in when you guys would come in and rehearse in the rehearsal room.
Yes.
It was always like so sweet just to meet people around, and it was just like so nice. It was very, very pleasant. It's like, yeah, I know, just to go to follow Claire, it's like it's always so nice just to know that there is a community where anyone who's heard about the American Indian Community House, that they know somehow, even with the multiple locations that we've been moved to, that there's always a place for someone to go to. You could come in and, like, if you needed help, like, to find a place to stay or to get a doctor or a job, there's always somebody there to help you. So it's like sometimes people are at their lowest of lows, and just that little kindness and tenderness that they needed at that particular time. The community house has given that to so many people that they may not even get to say thank you at this point, but at that point of their lowest point, that the community house is there to help you.
That's
and
so
that makes
beautiful.
such a big difference in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, I love that to make it.